CVA's AccuraSeries, Bagara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust-proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
When we're getting ready to head to the water, we all make sure that we have plenty of lures in our tackle box because we know that fish may not like the color, the style, the smell, or the action of the lure. So we'll keep changing till we find the one that he bites. It's called the art of temptation. And you know, every day we face temptation as well. And I can assure you the devil has plenty of lures in his tackle box, and he's not going to give up until he finds the right one. In the book of Matthew, chapter 4, it tells us a story about Jesus one day going and spending some time alone. And then Satan showed up to tempt Jesus 3 different times. And each time Jesus refused the temptation by quoting Scripture. And through this, Jesus tells us that that's the way that we can defeat the temptation as well, by knowing Scripture and quoting it to the temptation. In Psalm 119:11, David says, "I'll hide thy words in my heart, that I may not sin against you." So my challenge for you this week is this. Take a Bible verse and each week memorize a new one. Hide it in your heart. You never know, the verse that you memorize this week may be the one that rescues you next week. Thanks for watching again this week. Our prayers are continuing to be with you. And as always, keep shooting straight.
All right, guys, tonight's calling segment's being sponsored by our friends over at Soul Shine Pizza. They're at 4021 Hughes Crossing, Suite 101 over in Franklin, Tennessee. Or y'all give my buddy Steve Brandon a call, 615-379-7767. Let him take care of all your catering needs, or stop in and check out their lunch specials Monday through Friday. And be sure to tell them thank you for all they do for us here at the show. All right, guys. Now, if y'all want to call in tonight, y'all can go ahead and do that now. It's a 615-737-7767. So 615-737-7767. Y'all give us a call if you have any questions or comments from tonight. We're going to go ahead and keep moving with some of these baits because we wanted to cover just a couple of other things, Dayton. One of them is trolling. You can also troll very effectively for these fish. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Definitely below your dams, like below Old Hickory, below Cordell Hole, really any reservoir as far as that goes. All your trolling's a 200 series bandit or a 300 series bandit on 12-pound test line, and you're going to troll up current. And once again, you're not going to be straight in the eddies of the river. You might want to find a bank that's got a 10-foot eddy off of it where the river's actually hitting the other side, and troll those areas. I mean, you're going to catch them from 8 foot to 13 foot.
Just slow trolling.
Just slow, because you're trolling towards the current, so your boat is actually just moving so slow, but that bait's down there just just going down there doing it, and you're not really moving.
Yeah. Any particular rod you'd suggest for trolling?
Man,
I know
just
it's going to be different
7-foot medium heavy. I mean, you don't really want a light action rod because you're still going to have all that pressure from the bait.
Yeah.
So I'm a medium heavy 7-foot bait caster, not a spinning reel.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, earlier we forgot to bring up the bigger swim baits I use up there.
Yeah.
That's for walleye more than they are sauger.
Yeah.
So the bigger swim baits, I'm not saying you can't catch a sauger on a bigger swim bait.
That's right. Well, and also all these baits, we talked about, ran through my mind earlier, you could catch just about anything down there below that dam. On every bait we've talked, that's exactly right.
Stripe,
just about anything there will eat any bait here.
All that.
So we're talking sauger, but you might catch a stripe, a hybrid,
crappie,
a crappie, anything.
That's right.
So got a few calls coming in. Let's go ahead and catch our first caller here. Jeremy, how are you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How are y'all?
All right.
Doing great. We appreciate you calling.
Yeah. What lake are y'all catching the sauger from the bank from?
Well, any of your river systems from below Old Hickory Dam,
Cheatham Dam,
Cordell Hole.
Yeah.
Where was Mike and them catching them? Wilson
Dam.
Wilson
matter of fact,
Dam.
we had some guys at Wilson Dam today that were catching some, but mainly below the dams on the riverside at just about any of them. Not all of them, but most of them you can do it.
And like we was telling you earlier, you know, people get off work at 3 or 4 o'clock. You don't want to drag the boat and try to go at night. So that's why we jump in the cars and
That's
drive.
right. That's what gets us a lot of times.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll be doing
I
something.
might call 3 different dams to see what dam is generating what I want to generate.
Yeah. And then go to that.
And then go to that
Yeah,
one.
because again, you know, like we said, most of the dams you can find sauger underneath them.
I got you.
And you know, the lakes like Cordell Hull Lake and the whole river system, Old Hickory, you know, the world record walleye come out of Old Hickory. All those places are just loaded with sauger. People just don't sauger fish anymore.
They don't, and a lot of people don't realize they're even in our systems.
Right.
And, you know, and the ones that do don't know much about them.
We've been catching them for about 25 years.
Yeah.
You knew those there, didn't
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing it pretty much.
Wasn't catch them off a bank.
Right.
you? Yeah.
And I
mean,
do.
You can do it both ways.
Right. Fortunately, I've had a good father that drugged me around everywhere. I've been catching them off the bank, man, for 40 years or longer. I mean, it's just a little, and you know, and there's access areas along your rivers where creeks will dump in, or a ditch runs in off the river, and you can access those little places throughout the rivers. But once again, you got to go in the daytime and find these places.
Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
thank you for calling. Have a good night.
Y'all too.
Ty, how are you doing?
What about it, gentlemen?
How about it?
How are you tonight?
I don't know. It's time up here in Springfield. Well, look here. I just walked about 5 miles, and I never could find them, so I'm walking back to the house and go around the edge of my pond, which is about dry. I'm going to go out here in about 10 minutes and give me about 20 sets of frogs. I ain't never seen like an eye out there. And I'm going to come back next week and show y'all a picture.
That'd be great.
Well, send us one.
I love it.
It's frog
All right, I'll see
gigging.
you guys. God bless y'all.
Yeah, have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
Yeah, frogging now.
All right.
We go out to Missouri. You know, I've told you those stories, and it's just unbelievable about the frogs.
We actually filmed one of the only frog shows we ever filmed was in the fall. It was a fall frog gigging show. It
We
went
was asking
pretty
somebody
well.
the other day about going, and it's like they may be gone.
Yeah, evidently they're not.
They're not.
Charles, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good. Heard you guys talk about the legal length of a sauger and the legal length of a walleye.
Yes.
A sauger being 15, a walleye being 16.
Yes.
What about a sauger?
That'd probably go back to your 16.
It's hard to say. If it's a sauger, there's no doubt for me it would be 16
Yeah.
before I'd put it in my boat.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know if it is individually listed in the book. I'm not going to answer that without it sitting right here in front of me, but
I'm gonna
I would
push
say
it as being
16 inches.
16, yeah.
But I'm not telling you
Okay,
that because
guys.
I know it as a fact. I'm telling you that because, I mean, that's what
That's
I would
just
do.
being safe on
Yeah.
just every angle.
Yeah. But
Okay, guys.
thank
well,
you for calling.
Hey, I enjoyed the show very much.
All right,
Absolutely.
thank
Have
you.
a great night. All right, guys, great calls. We're going to have to take another quick break. We'll be right back with some more Southern Woods and Waters.